All right, let's begin the next lesson now, which is specially designed for relationships. I call this technique the best in me invites the best in you. I designed this technique about a couple of months ago when I was having a conflict with one of my very close friend. And I remember I was coming out of the shower and I was thinking, it's been 2 days. I'm not connecting with him energetically. I'm not talking to him. And one of my childhood friends. And I'm like, what's going on? What am I doing? And I wrote down on a notepad what exactly I was doing. And when I finished the whole process in about 6 steps, something that could have been the breakup of our relationship, suddenly in just 6 steps, I was able to bring that friendship back as if it was the same old friendship. And I was able to dissolve the entire conflict. Here's the best part. I was able to dissolve that conflict without his participation. I didn't need him. I could do it all by myself. How many of you would love to learn how to do that? All right. So here I need a volunteer again. But the volunteer has to be somebody who has a problem in a relationship. If you have that person with you here right now, even better. If not, somebody with whom you have a very extreme relationship with someone in terms of the conflict, and you're not able to let go of that conflict. You're not able to let go of that emotion right now. All right, so let's see who is ready to work with me. I'll take a couple of people for this, one male, one female, so that we kind of get 2 point of views. All right, starting with Kirti. So Kirti, tell me, whom are you talking about?
Hi there. So this is one of my old roommates who I used to be really close to, and it just there's just some conflicts, difference in opinion,
Okay,
lack of
all
time
right,
management. I would say would be the big one. And
okay,
the problem now is even when I think about that person doesn't even live in the same country. She's
right,
away, and all. I
right.
feel anger.
Okay,
I
so
feel
we'll take
anger.
care of this automatically with the whole group because this is not something extreme. I want to take something a little more challenging. So let's see if I can go to someone who's working with their life partner. Is there anybody who's working with your life partner right now? Okay, so going to Meenal. Yes, Meenal, are you
It's
working about your life
ex-husband.
partner?
Ex-husband.
Ex-husband, but is he staying with you right now?
Well, we're in the separation, so
But is he staying with you?
no.
No. Okay, so then hold on. I want to take somebody with whom I can show an immediate difference today, like somebody who you're living with right now, because that impacts your daily life, right? Okay, anybody else who wants to work with your life partner? All right, so here we go. Going to Sushmita. Sushmita, whom are you working with?
My husband.
Your husband.
But
He's staying with you?
but right now not at home.
Right now, not at home. But are you in a separation phase or are you
Yes,
happily
no,
married?
no.
You're in a marriage, proper marriage right now.
Yes, yes,
Do you
yes,
talk
yes.
every day?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything good, but
And
a trust issue is there. That's the reason I.
trust issues there. Okay, so what do you
That's
mean by
yeah.
trust issues? What do you feel for him every time you think about him?
Actually, the thing is, he is quite money-minded. Money-minded in the sense, whatever be the expenditure in our household,
Do you have regular conflicts about this?
almost
Almost.
everything, everywhere.
Okay, so let's do one thing.
So,
Everybody take your notepads, and even though I'm working with her, the exercise applies to all of you. So let's follow the steps with me. Step number 1. So this is a process of question and answer, which is a healing process that you will observe. And that is why you need to write the questions down and do the answering with me on notepad. Take a blank page, and on a blank page, put a line in the center. So you'll get 2 columns. Okay. On the first column, which is on the left side, I want you to write down how I feel. How I feel. The question I'm going to ask you is, how do you feel about that person? So your left column says how I feel. Okay. So start answering the question for me. And everybody has to do that on your own notepads. Sushmita is going to do it on the notepad also, and she's going to tell me also. So Sushmita, tell me, how do you feel about your husband with this situation, with this conflict? Tell me the feelings.
feelings like mm, for any expenditure, whether it is my daughter's school, or whether it is a medical emergency, whether it is any type of going out or anywhere, he has a feeling like I have to be at the 50-50 cost.
Hold on. You are telling me what he feels. I want you to
Yes.
tell me what you
Yes.
feel about him right now. That's the second part.
Mm. I'm feeling insecurity.
Okay, so
Every
please write
time.
down. Write down. Insecure. Feeling insecure. What else do you feel towards him? Do you also feel
In
angry about
not
his behavior?
Yes,
Okay, so write
angry
down
and
anger.
also feel like I couldn't any type of dependent, not dependent means that mental freeness I don't have, like that thinking, okay, he's my husband. If I am in problem, I can I can believe on him, or I can
Dependent. So you're feeling lack of support from him?
exactly lack of support,
Okay. So the first feeling you said is what?
insecurity,
Insecure. The second feeling you said is anger.
lack of support, anger,
Third is lack of support. Anything else that you feel that you would like to address?
frustration. It all
Frustration.
makes me frustrated.
Got it. So frustrated. What else?
And because of all these, what I found initially in our marriage, uh,
Just tell me the feeling
uh,
words.
lack of intimacy.
So I'm going to write lack of love / intimacy. Right?
Yes,
Now, these are the feelings that you're feeling towards him.
yes,
So I'm going to put it on this side because this is for you. This is what you feel towards him. Now let's write
okay.
down, what do you think he feels towards you? Now everybody has to do that. What he feels towards you.
Okay.
What do you think?
He feels like I don't have care for money. Like I used to do, means I used to spend money a lot. Like his feelings like this.
So he feels you are irresponsible with money.
Some kind of, not all the
I get
all
it.
the section.
But that's his judgment about you. My question is, because of that judgment, how does it make him feel about you? Feel. This is a judgment.
Angry.
Okay.
He used to
Anger.
be angry.
Anger. What else do you think he feels towards you?
I should take care of my means family more prominent, means I should support him a lot.
So he's also feeling lack of support?
Yes.
Okay.
Like one example I can give you, like there we need to do some interior work.
Right.
So he asking me, you should support me.
Got it.
Otherwise,
So
I
he's
cannot.
feeling lack of support. That's why he's asking for it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then when he doesn't get that support as per him, he gets angry.
Angry.
Got it.
Yes.
Any other feeling that you think he's feeling towards you? The way you're feeling insecure, anger, lack of support, frustrated, lack of love and intimacy, what do you think he's feeling?
Monetary way this sir, but the other like he like nowadays I'm too busy with these courses and learnings and everything, so he feels like he get angry, like he is doing a lot at home, so I don't have
Time for him.
yeah, I don't have not time for him, I don't have time for family, I'm not taking care of family, so he used to get angry.
Okay. So
Why
he's feeling
yeah, why I not doing that
lack
cleaning
of connection
everything
from your side.
yes
So he's
yes.
feeling lack of connection from your side.
Yes.
Okay. What else do you think he's feeling?
He sometimes feelings, actually he is more talkative than me, and I used to I love to stay quiet, means less talk, so he's feel like he is alone at home. I'm
So
not
he's feeling lonely?
talking. Sometimes
Okay.
I believe so, because he used to ask my daughter.
Okay. Anything else
Mommy,
you think he's feeling?
no,
No. Okay.
these all are the things.
So repeat with me. I am feeling
I'm feeling
insecure.
insecure,
Everybody read your own feelings. Come on. Angry.
angry,
Lack of support towards him.
lack of support towards
I
him.
feel frustrated with him.
I feel frustrated.
I feel lack of
Okay.
love and intimacy with him.
I feel lack of love and intimacy with him.
Now, if you continue feeling this towards him and you just keep doing affirmations that I have a happy married life, do you think it's going to work? No. So we need to resolve these feelings first. Right? Now repeat with me. He feels angry with me.
He feels angry with me.
He feels not supported by me.
He feels not supported by me.
He feels disconnected with me.
He feels disconnected with me.
He feels lonely without me.
He feels lonely without me.
Now, whether you make more money or less, if he continues to feel this towards you, will it work?
No. No.
The problem is you have never identified the way you feel about him this clearly and the way he feels about you this clearly.
Before that, sir, can I say one thing?
Sure.
Like from the starting, like one means at the time of my delivery, the expenditure, actually I'm in a corporate, there we get some medical insurance and all. So I can say 70% of that expenditure, my office bear.
Got it.
The 55,000 we need to pay.
Got it.
There also, he asked me, why should I pay all the amount? You should pay.
Got it.
So it hurts me a lot ना कि मेरा मतलब हम दोनों ही पेरेंट्स बने हैं तो ये खुशी का है और बात है कि मेरी कंपनी ने इतना पैसा दे दिया है except that he so I said no I will not give 50-50 I
you're
will pay
going back to
entire
the
amount.
you're going back to the reason. This
हाँ,
is what you're
so
feeling.
these all are the things. हाँ, these
This
all
is
are
what
the
you're feeling,
things I
right?
like.
Sushmita,
Break
the
my
reasons
trust.
for
That
feelings,
is
the reasons for feelings are irrelevant.
okay.
The feelings are relevant. What is important right now is, can I go back in time? Can you sit in a space machine, go back in time and solve that? No.
No,
But would you like to live in those feelings forever?
no, sir.
So would you
I
like to
don't
change those
want.
feelings is my question.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
about to show you how to do that. But if you keep going to the same moment, can't solve
No.
that. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So you're feeling lack of support by him, lack of trust, lack of love, lack of intimacy, right? All of that. And he's feeling this towards you. Okay. Now let's go to the third step. Everybody write down the third step. How do you remember their VAK? In your case, the question I'm asking you is, how do you remember his VAK? What is the full form of VAK? VAK means, in NLP, we call it visual, auditory, kinesthetic. I'll explain one at a time. When you think of your husband right now, what's his name?
Vikas.
Vikas. Whenever you remember Vikas, how do you visually remember in your mind? Do you remember him smiling, or do you remember him frowning and saying, why should I give that money? What is the image that comes to your mind in the way you visualize him?
If it is not monetary, he is fine. I don't have any complaint.
We are
And if
talking
it is
about monetary.
monetary,
We are talking about money right now because that's the conflict area.
very first you will say why this money is required.
Okay, so hold on.
Why you are spending
Hold on,
this
hold
much
on.
of money?
So what is the visual looking like right now? Frowning face?
Yes, his
Okay, so
that
write down.
facial expression I don't.
Describe it.
I don't.
Frowning face, angry face, rude face.
Rude face.
Okay, so write down rude face. Right? Frowning. And auditory means sound, the dialogues that he's saying, the statements that he's saying. So what is he saying? Why should I spend? Write that down. Why should I spend?
Unnecessary spending.
Why should I do unnecessary spending? Write it down. Okay. Now, I want you to think, how do you think he visualizes you? That's the fourth step. How do they remember you? Sorry, how do you remember your VAK in your mind? Which means, when imagine you talking to him in monetary situation. Monetary situation. In your mind, how do you visualize your own face now? Close your eyes and imagine having a discussion with him. How is your facial expression?
Either I will be angry, either I
Okay.
will be totally silent.
Okay. But what is the facial expression? Would you say it is rude? Would you say it is happy?
Not happy. If
Not
I'm
happy.
angry means I shout.
Sad. Okay, so write down angry, write down sad face, disappointed face, correct? And
If
what is
I
the
sad,
statement?
I won't argue. I just keep quiet.
Correct. So either it's the sad face where you will not argue, or the angry face if you argue.
Yes.
Got it. Write that down.
And
This
the
is how
thing is,
I visualize
if I
myself in this
angry,
case.
why? Because I used to keep quiet. If I get angry, he cannot bear loud voice. So that time, his facial expression and the way of talking, that I really don't like. So that's why I keep quiet. I better
Got it.
will stop.
So his facial
Fine.
expression is rude, angry, you don't like that, so you go into sadness and silent. Got it.
Exactly.
He says, his statement in his auditory is, why should I spend unnecessary? What are you saying in your mind to him? In your head.
It's our responsibility.
Okay, so write that down. Write that down. It's our responsibility. Why don't you understand? Correct? Okay. Now, my question to you is this. In the way you feel towards him, if you don't solve these feelings, even if he takes responsibilities, do you think it's going to help? My question is, if you continue feeling insecure, angry, lack of support, frustrated, lack of money, lack of love and lack of intimacy, if you continue feeling this, will it help even if he takes responsibility? Can you guarantee me that if he becomes monetary responsible, you will not feel these feelings for the rest of your life till you die? Can you
But,
stamp paper guarantee me that?
No.
No. So that means these feelings are our what?
Pattern.
Yes. These feelings are his what?
Pattern.
Is it possible there are times you don't complain about money?
Sometimes I complain also.
Sometimes you don't complain also.
Yes.
Even when you don't complain, he has these feelings.
Yes.
That means that's his what?
Pattern.
Exactly right. My question is, if you continue this pattern, will it solve your relationship?
Hmm.
No. So are you willing to heal this first?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's do conversational hope. No. To these feelings that you feel towards him, to these feelings that you think he feels towards you. We don't know whether he feels this towards you, but what matters is you think he feels this towards you. Let's heal the visuals you have in your mind about him. Let's heal the visuals you have about yourself while you're dealing with him in your mind. Let's heal what he says to you. Let's heal what you say to him in your mind. And let's heal, more importantly, how you feel. These feelings are the K. Kinesthetic means feelings. Okay? You won't understand this logically because this exercise, conversational hope no can never be understood. It can only be experienced. So let's try. Is everybody ready? Okay, before I proceed, how many of you did this exercise? Raise your hands if you did this exercise. For how many of you, at least on paper, there is clarity now? What am I feeling? What they're feeling? What is my face looking like? What is their face looking like? Raise your hands if you've got some clarity on this. Okay, great. Now, let's continue to the next step. Here we go. All right, hands on your heart. And let's do conversational hope for this. And repeat with me. I take 100% responsibility.
I take 100% responsibility
For feeling insecure.
for feeling insecure
When he doesn't support me with money.
when he doesn't support me on money.
I take 100% responsibility.
I take 100% responsibility
For feeling angry.
for feeling hungry
When he says he's not responsible for money.
when he says he is not responsible for money.
I am 100% responsible.
I am 100% responsible
For feeling lack of support.
for feeling lack of support
And frustrated.
and frustrated
Just because he doesn't contribute
just because he doesn't contribute
financially.
financially.
I take 100% responsibility.
I take 100% responsibility
For creating this feeling
for creating this feeling
of lack of love and lack of intimacy.
for lack of love and lack of intimacy,
for the sake of
for the sake of
those few transactions of money,
those few transaction of money,
whether it was during my delivery time
whether it is during my delivery time
or those few transactions during the month
or the few transactions during the month
where I need his support.
where I need his support.
I'm sorry
I'm sorry
for making those few transactions
for making those few transactions
more important
more important
than my entire marriage.
than my entire marriage.
I'm sorry
I'm sorry
for allowing those few transactions
for allowing those few transactions
to create insecurity and anger.
to create insecurity and anger.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
as I now realize
as I now realize
it's not even worth it.
it's not even worth it.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
for not realizing
for not realizing
he's not giving value to money.
it's not giving value to money.
I am not giving value to love.
I'm not giving value to love.
He's not giving value to money.
He's not giving value to money.
I'm giving too much value to money.
I'm giving too much value to money.
He's giving very little value to contribution.
He is giving very little value to contribution.
I'm giving too much value to contribution.
I'm giving too much value to contribution.
Thank you for making me realize.
Thank you for making me realize
For that 50,000 or 1 lakh a month,
that 50,000 or 1 lakh a month,
it's not worth feeling insecure.
it's not worth feeling insecure.
In so many years of marriage,
In so many years of marriage,
he anyway hasn't supported.
he anyway hasn't supported.
Money has anyways worked out.
Money has anyways worked out.
I just continued feeling angry.
I just continued feeling angry.
Thank you for making me realize
Thank you for making me realize
it's not worth losing love and intimacy.
it's not worth losing love and intimacy.
Today, for the first time,
Today, for the first time,
I choose to love Vikas
I choose to love Vikas
the way he is,
the way he is,
with all his faults
with all his faults
and all his blessings.
and all his blessings.
Today, I choose to love him,
Today, I choose to love him,
to practice his honesty
to practice his honesty
when he says,
when he says,
why should he contribute?
why should he contribute?
I choose to love his crazy innocence.
I choose to love his crazy innocence.
I choose to love his stupidity.
I choose to love his stupidity.
I choose to love his immaturity.
I choose to love his immaturity.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, open your eyes and tell me how are you feeling?
Yeah, really difficult to make anyone, and now you make us feel like we can excuse anyone, and that's sake of ourselves only.
You've anyways not changed him for so many years.
Yeah.
But you remember those 5 or 6 incidences in your life? My pregnancy, 50,000 rupees. Monthly house responsibility, 20,000 rupees. And those 5 or 6 incidences has become so important that you're willing to, for the sake of that responsibility, which he's anyways not doing, continuing to feel insecure, angry, lack of support, frustrated, and lack of love. Is it worth?
Mm.
Now you
Actually,
can choose to be angry with him
anger.
for that, or you can choose to love him for his stupidity. You said you have a
Now,
son,
when
right?
you say,
You
I
you
have
said you have a
daughters.
son.
I
You have a
have
daughter.
daughter,
How old is she?
11 years.
Tell me one of her stupidities which are actually very, very stupid. Like, tell me one of her stupidities.
My daughters.
Hmm.
Sometimes the way she used to talk, so
Mm.
aggressive.
Yeah. She talks to you badly. She talks to you rudely.
Yes, that is our fault.
Mm.
I can understand because
Very nice. Because you love her the way she is.
no,
That is
no,
my fault as a mother. I made her like this. It is not her fault.
no. Actually, no,
If Vikas
initially we
spoke to
used
you
to
every
fight.
day, if Vikas spoke to you every day the way she speaks to you every day,
He used to blame everything on
correct.
myself. Ki
But
you
now
speak loud,
you
so
accept your daughter because
we
you
stop.
accept and love her stupidity.
Yes, yes,
So the choice is always in our hands. The trigger is, he says, money is not my responsibility. It's his stupidity. I'm agreeing it's his stupidity. It's his immaturity. But the choice of anger and love is in our hands.
Hmm.
Now, the reason you're able to love him now is because we healed that emotion. We healed that pattern of yours. But that's not enough. You also need to heal how you think in your head he feels about you. Because the problem is not only what you feel about him, the problem is what you think he feels about you. Because what happens is, when you go in front of him, he may not be angry, but in your mind, he's angry.
sometimes.
He may not be feeling lack of support, but in your mind, you feel that he's feeling lack of support. And in sometimes, he may be feeling lack of support, but you need to heal him. And as you know, in conversational hope, in advanced hope, we don't heal the other person. We heal whom?
Also,
Yeah. So let's become Vikas for a few minutes. And let's heal him and see what happens. Let's heal you as Vikas and see what happens. Do you want to do that?
yes,
Okay, hands on your heart again. Close your eyes. And repeat with me one more time. I take 100% responsibility
I take 100% responsibility
as Vikas
as Vikas
for creating all this anger towards Susmita.
for creating all the anger towards Sushmita.
I take 100% responsibility for not supporting her.
I take 100% responsibility not supporting her.
I take 100% responsibility for my
I take
weakness.
100% responsibility for my weakness,
For my stupidity,
for my stupidity,
for my immaturity.
for my immaturity.
I'm sorry
I'm sorry
for being angry with Susmita.
for being angry with Sushmita.
Actually, I'm just angry with myself.
Actually, I'm just angry with myself.
I know I'm not good enough to make money.
I know I am not good enough to make money.
But instead of showing her that,
Instead of showing her that,
I show her anger.
I show her anger.
So she can't see my weakness.
She can't see my weakness.
I'm sorry
I'm sorry
for putting so much pressure on her,
for putting so much pressure on her,
for contributing more in the house.
for contributing more in the house.
Actually,
Actually,
I'm purposely doing it.
I'm
I'm
purposely doing it.
to make her
I'm
feel
purposely
guilty
doing it to make her feel guilty.
because she makes me feel guilty all the time.
She makes me feel guilty all the time.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
for losing my connection with her
for losing my connection with her
for the sake of those few
For the sake
transactions
of-
of money and time.
those few transactions of money and time.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
for staying away from her
for staying away from her,
and being lonely in my own mind.
being lonely in my mind.
Thank you
Thank you
for being with me, Susmita.
for being with me, Shushmita,
in spite of all my stupidities,
in spite of all my stupidities,
in spite of all my immaturity.
in spite of all my immaturity.
Thank you
Thank you
for bearing with me,
for bearing with me,
even though I know the truth is,
even though I know the truth is,
many times I feel
many times I feel
I'm not good enough for you.
I'm not good enough for you.
My anger for myself,
My anger for myself,
I take it out on you so many times.
I take it out to you so many times.
You're still with me.
You're still with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you the way you are.
I love you the way you are.
I choose to love you
I choose to love you
for being so busy,
for being so busy,
because I know you are doing what I cannot do.
because I know what you are doing I cannot do.
I love you
I love you
for giving me this beautiful family,
for giving me this beautiful family,
this beautiful daughter.
this beautiful daughter.
I don't tell you many times,
I didn't tell you many times,
but I love you.
but I love you.
In my mind,
In my mind,
I'm always intimate with you.
I'm always intimate with you.
I'm always loving you,
I'm always loving you,
physically and emotionally.
physically and emotionally.
I'm always thinking about you.
I'm always thinking about you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, open your eyes. How are you feeling, Vikas?
Never thought in that direction.
Yeah. You become Vikas and you heal yourself.
Yes.
And as you did this
Yes.
right now, I want you to see how do you visualize him right now.
Happy.
What is he
He's a
saying?
person.
What is he saying
He's
in your
a
mind?
person. Very little
About-
things he'll say.
About the money thing, check what is he saying in your mind. And how are you feeling about that?
He says, "Okay, I will. Means I will be with you." And
Close
good.
your eyes.
Good.
Close your eyes. And imagine him being the same stupid person saying, why should I give the money? And now check how you're feeling.
Nothing. I won't get angry.
And now imagine that when he's saying that, you're accepting his stupidity. Visualize your own face talking to him, accepting his stupidity, loving his stupidity.
Smile.
And now
Smiling.
check if you could create love and intimacy.
Yes. I'm trying my best.
Looks like time for some new shopping for honeymoon. You never know. Time for another baby.
Oh no.
With another 50,000 rupees debt. But check, you've completely transformed how you look at yourself right now. And you've transformed how you look at him right now. But have we engaged him into this discussion?
Whenever I tried to, up to the part,
No, right now,
it
I'm
is
saying right now, physically, have we got him here? No, he's not here.
no.
But in spite of that, have we been able to dissolve how you feel
Yes.
about him in that money situation?
Yes.
And you know, the best part is, have you really changed him?
Little bit.
Yep.
Practically, when I
Yes.
joined, means the day I joined you, na, after so many years, I mean to say maybe 9-10 years, I sat beside him. The first day I gone through your wealth mastery course. That is the first course I have taken
Mhm.
from you. So that day evening, after completing my course, I made tea and I sat beside him and I discussed a lot many things. So
Beautiful.
many years I didn't, and so he feel the changes in me. So
Wow.
he also allow me to do like every weekend.
So here's a question.
I'm
When was the last time you felt love and intimacy with him? In spite of the money situation.
nowadays it is fine. Last
Okay.
1.5 month, really I
So
don't
I
have
want you to
any.
go to him today and I want you to say, I love you to him.
I used to say him not every day because
Good.
that is your DMP,
That's the
platinum
TMP
DMP.
practice started. Beautiful.
Yes.
So say it again today. And I'll tell you why today.
Okay.
The energy that you are in right now, that I love you when it'll go from you, it's not the words that go, it's the energy that goes. So say that I love you to him, give him that hug. Is he at home right now?
No, he has.
He's not at home.
It's my daughter tuition is there, so he has gone to drop
Okay.
her.
So can you quickly call him?
Yes, I can.
Just call him right now. Put him on the speaker. Don't tell him we are with you. And I just want you to tell him that,
He
Vikas, I love
knows.
you. So if he
He
knows, then it's
knows.
not a problem. Tell him I love you and tell him tonight, let's go out for a date.
Anyway, we supposed to go to shopping
No, not
today.
shopping. Not shopping. Not shopping.
But my daughter will go with us.
No,
Nobody is
she's not
there
going to be
to
with you.
take care of her.
She's not going to be with you. You're going to
But
prioritize
nobody is
him.
take care with her
That's
for
not
her.
that's not my problem. You will find a way the way you used to find a way once upon a time when you were crazy in love with each other. When two people are crazy in love with each other, they find a way to ditch everybody else, including their daughter. And you've done that in the past. It's not like you've not done it. So come on, call him, say I love you to him on speaker and tell him I want you to take me out for a date tonight.
Look, Bengali, I am telling.
Yeah, continue.
হ্যাঁ, তুমি কোথায় আছো?
আমি এই গাড়িতে বসে আছি।
Okay. I love you. না কিছু হয়নি।
প্রথমে বলছি,
What is he saying?
Actually, he knows. Actually,
Of
now
course he knows.
after
But what is he saying?
I join. He is saying কি তোমাকে স্যার বলতে বলেছে।
All right. But tell him to take you out for a date tonight.
আজকে রাতে আমাদের ডেটে যেতে হবে। আজকে রাতে আমরা ডিনার করতে বাইরে যাব।
কোথায় যাবে? Actually,
দেখছি কি করে কি করা যায় ওকে।
আমি তোমার ডর নাকি?
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, চলো তোমাদের হয়ে গেলে আমাকে ফোন করো, আমি আসবো।
All right. So what did he say?
The same thing ki, where Italy will stay where because she broken her collarbone na,
Right.
2 weeks before.
After she goes to sleep, go for a walk. A date is not always dinner. You guys have
True.
forgotten what a date is. It can even be alone in the balcony.
Yeah, true.
A date is when two people are alone together with emotions of love for each other. That's it. It can be anywhere.
It's long
But
time, maybe
create that
17,
date.
18 years before.
Yes. Create that date tonight. Because the word intimacy comes later. The word love comes first. So are you willing to create that date night?
Sure.
But then you have to dress up the way you used to dress up for him 17 years ago. Are you willing to do that? surprise him with something that he would have not expected. Something that reminds him of the way you looked once upon a time.
He loves his sleep means other than anything.
Trust me, when you give him that surprise, the sleep will go. I know men because I know myself. Are you willing to give him that date night?
Yeah.
That's it. All of you on mute, give her a high five. Congratulations for magical healings.
Congratulations for magical healing.
You are beautiful. Congratulations.
Congratulations for magical healing.
All right. Now, all of you on mute and tell me if that was valuable. Did
Yes,
you learn
sir.
something from
Very
that?
valuable. I love
Valuable.
the
Very valuable. Very valuable.
way you taught, the way you
All right. So if you observe, the whole process is very beautiful. It's about not blaming the other person. It's not about talking to the other person. It is just first about finding out on paper, writing down, saying, okay, what am I feeling for the other person? What is he feeling for me? Or what is she feeling for me? And you will realize something, that the way we visualize that person and the way we visualize ourselves with that person in our own head in one particular conversation, the worst in me is talking to the worst in you. Now, how many of you agree with that? The worst in me is talking to the worst in you. Please tell me, if the worst in me is always talking to the worst in you in my head, no matter how much Ho'oponopono I do, does it help? No. So that is why first you do the dissection of these 4 steps. And now you do the conversational Ho'oponopono to heal these particular emotions that you have identified. There are 2 parts of healing here. First part of healing is how I feel towards that person, right? The second part of healing is how I feel the person feels towards me. But are we going to go to that person and say, heal yourself? No. You're going to not heal that person. You're going to heal whom? Yourself as that person. You're literally going to become that person. And be in the shoes of that person. You become that person, like she became Vikas, and she healed herself. And she did Ho'oponopono for Susmita this time. And when she did that, suddenly something got healed. And when something got healed, my question is, the new visuals that she had about herself, how she saw him and how she saw herself towards him in her own head about that money conversation, is it the same her and the same him in her mind anymore? No. Can I now say the best in me is talking to the best in you? Can I now say the best in me is inviting the best in you? Raise your hands, yes or no? Yes. Inside us, there are 2 frequencies all the time. What are those 2 frequencies? Negative frequency and positive frequency. Who has this frequency? Show me in the world. Who has this frequency? Everybody has this frequency. Raise your hands if you agree. Everybody in the world has this frequency. Raise your hands, yes or no? Everybody. So then, if everybody in the world has this frequency, please understand, if I am vibrating at negativity, what will I extract from you? Because like attracts like. Whatever I feel is what I attract. So if I have negativity inside me, what am I going to attract from you? Negativity. If I have positivity inside me for you, what will I attract for you or from you? Positivity. So I'm telling you, you attract the worst in people because the worst in you is attracting the worst in them. How many of you got this now? A very simple example of this is also that if you see yourself as a weak person, the worst in you will invite the worst in others, which means the weak in you will invite the dominating in others. How many of you agree with that? But if you stop seeing yourself as the worst, if you stop seeing yourself as the weak, and you see yourself as healed, and you see yourself as also strong, then you cannot see the other person as dominating anymore, because then you heal that as well. So once again, I repeat, the best in me invites the best in you. Visually, mentally, how do you manifest others? Like, how do you see others? And from that day, when I did this exercise for the first time with my friend, I decided that when I don't know the facts, everybody write this down. If I don't know the facts, assume the best. If I don't know the facts, assume the best. Let me tell you what I'm trying to say about this. Have you ever assumed what your partner thinks about you? Come on, yes or no? How much percentage of the times are we angry with an assumption without facts? Give me a percentage in the chat window. How many percentage of life are we upset with people with assumptions versus facts? What is a fact? Example. She hates me. If I go to her and ask her she hates me, will she say yes? Okay, then you don't have the facts. Okay. Fact is, you can prove it in the court. See, that's a fact. Can you prove it in the court? If no, then it's an assumption. If it's an assumption, then here is the point. Assumption can be good also, bad also. Raise your hands, yes or no? So I always say to myself, Mitesh, if you don't have the facts, choose the best. Choose the best so that the best in you invites the best in him. Simple. How many of you agree? I want you to do this exercise with yourself right now. This takes time. It takes about full 5 minutes, as you saw with her, where you first do the whole questioning part. You write down this. But I think in the rest of your cases right now, you've done this whole exercise with me and with her. How many of you have done it with us right now? I want any one of you to share with me, how did you feel when you did this exercise? And then I want you to start doing the same exercise one more time, either for the same person, different situation, or a different situation, different person. You decide, okay? So who wants to share, how did you feel while I was talking to Sushmita? Okay? So once again, going to Manik. Yes, go ahead.
Right. So I basically applied this on my last company's boss. And I have a very, very strong hatred for him, considering that he was the one who took me in the company. And then 2 years later, when his evaluation was not good, he found a way to ask me to leave without giving me enough time. So there's a lot of hatred that I have for him.
Okay.
I've tried Ho'oponopono and other things for him in the past. I thought that I was healed, but it's not that way. The only place I was getting stuck with was when we say that, what do you think, how he feels about you? It's a little tricky. I mean, though he's an Indian, but he's in Vietnam. So
Sure.
I've taken a calculated guess of how he might
Of course.
feel about me.
We don't need the facts here.
Okay.
It's all about your experience of what he feels about you. That's what we're healing anyway.
Correct. So I did that, and I everything else I was able to recollect very properly because I worked with him in 2 different organizations also. I felt towards the end of it that maybe I was not taking ownership and accountability of what happened with me. I was just blaming him for everything what happened, and which kind of increased my anger and frustration, everything step by step towards it. And when we said about the other part, which was wherein I become him, and I do the role play. I couldn't complete that totally because there was some things which I didn't have answers to when I did that role play. But I did feel that in that process, at least, I was able to see a lot of shortcomings in myself. Maybe which something I was not highlighting.
Because for the first time, you saw yourself from his point of view.
Right. And I could put myself in his shoes and see that if he did that, why could he have done that? What kind of situation he would have been in. Because right now I was just seeing the scenario from my angle. I was just not seeing his part. And maybe once I'm able to do that, I could be at peace with, what he did. That's what I think. Because I could also relate when my previous company, my juniors would not like me. And I realized that when I moved to the other, I got feedback from some other people that now they're saying, okay, we understood what Manik, went through when he was there, because they got exposed to that area, right? Correct. So now I was able to see that and put that to this situation that, okay, he might be exposed to those areas which I can't see.
Yep.
That's how, so it kind of is now making a little more sense to me that,
Beautiful. And now when you think of him, is it a workable relationship in your mind versus, don't have to be best friends, but is it hatred anymore?
No, it's not. It's not hatred. Maybe it's more of being a little more cautious. Like you said, not being best friends. Maybe I'll be a little more cautious in my work relationship with him, but I will not be expecting that much what I was doing earlier. Because
and as a result of healing that hatred inside you, you won't attract that in your next relationship.
And that's what I want to do. I don't want to attract that.
But unfortunately, if we don't heal that, we attract that.
True.
Now that you've healed it, there's almost nil chance of attracting it. And even if you do attract it, by the way, you'll be cautious.
Right.
It'll not create hatred again. Because if you have the same boss in your life right now, in your mind, and you're not hating him, he can come again in your life in a new form. You'll still not hate him.
That's true. And that's
Because see, right now, the bigger test is he being in this form, which is the difficult form.
right.
If you're not hating him in this form, you can't hate him in another form with the same qualities.
Correct. Correct.
So then it'll just come and it'll disappear. Like the situation will come and not even impact you.
Right. But how do we handle situations where you haven't met a person for many, many years? Like this school friend of mine, we haven't met for almost 15, 20 years. And suddenly all of us, we have a school group and he got added into that. Whenever he puts something in the group, I'm not a very active member in any group. So whenever he puts something in the group, I just get a very negative feeling about him. I just
go back to doing the same exercise for him one more time. This is what I told you last time. All exercises has to be done isolated in that situation. So this
Okay.
exercise which you did for your boss, which seemed so complex, but when you really did all the steps, the best in you invited the best in him. Same thing you need to do with your friend now. You sit at one place. Now for an example, when I'm asking everybody to do an exercise, do this with your friend again.
Okay, but I haven't met him after school till now.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter whether you meet him or not again in the future. The point is, even if the memory level, it's creating the trigger inside you, you need to heal that, because otherwise he'll just appear in another form somewhere else.
Okay.
Those
Maybe
qualities will appear.
just needed this clarity on this part for question number 2. How do you feel that person feels about you? Because he got added in the group and suddenly he removed me from admin.
Again,
And
Manik, you're going back to the logic of facts.
okay,
This and this is all about whom?
me.
That's it.
Okay,
I don't care about him.
got it.
It's just about how you feel and your frequency is. That's it. We're just transforming your frequency, nobody else.
Okay,
Okay?
understood.
Awesome. All of you on mute, give him a high five. Congratulations for being a magical healer.
Congratulations
for being a
magical
Magical.
All right. With that, now that you've done this exercise and you've seen a couple of sharings, I now want you to do this exercise with one more person on your life. Write down what you feel about them. What do you think they feel about you? Write down what you visualize them as, what sounds come out of them, what tone is it, what words are they. Same in this particular case about what you see your face as, what you hear your voice as, what are the words you are saying. And once you've written this whole thing down, now do conversational hope no first for whom? For you. Then you do conversational hope no for him or her as if you are that person. Then tell me how you feel. Everybody clear? All right. So giving you exactly 5 minutes for this, starting now. Here we go. The best way to do this exercise is to do it loudly, as if I am doing it with you. So ask those same questions loudly. What am I feeling for him or her? And then write down those feelings. And as you're writing them down, say it loudly as if you're answering it back to me. Basically, have a very vocalized, loud conversation, question and answer format. Continue. as you're doing this exercise, be very careful not to get engaged in those emotions. That is why you have to do the exercise by answering questions loudly. Otherwise, you'll just get sucked into those emotions. So be very careful, okay? So I'll repeat all the steps again for you. How do you feel about that person? Is a simple question. How do you remember their VAK, which means how do you visualize them? Simple. How do you visualize them? How do you remember they saying something to you? How does that person feel about you? As per whom? As per me. How do I remember my visualization about my own face while dealing with that person? Okay, how do I remember my visualization about my face, my voice while dealing with that person? Okay, so that's what these steps are. Type in done once you're done. Yes, you can use a combination of advanced Ho'oponopono, EFT, letting go, anything here. Because you're just basically now healing what you found. All right, I'm coming back. Here we go. So who would like to share how are you feeling after this exercise? But before we continue with some sharing, all of you unmute and give me one word. How do you feel after this exercise? Together. Let's
Great.
go.
Very relaxed. Relaxed and calm.
Relaxed.
Relaxed and calm.
Awesome. Now let's have some sharing, starting with Jakpreet. How was the exercise for you? Go for it.
The exercise was very good for me.
Okay.
I was facing from past 2 weeks. I don't know how the universe helps me. I don't know. This is same thing happened 3 weeks back. So same thing happened. I had some with my wife. I had some differences. I used to get irritated due to certain things. When I did how she feels in my mind, I got to know from where she was coming from.
Wow.
Because I didn't know where she was coming from. I said, why she says this? When I'm not able to explain her, I understand where my shortcoming is. My communication with her is not good.
Right. Right.
So whenever I try to convince on this, no, this is not because of this because of that. The thing is, I get a bit angry tone, and that messes it up all the things.
And right now you were able to heal that whole complexity which you're explaining.
Yes.
On your own or with
Yes.
her help?
On my own.
That's
So I
brilliant.
written down what I feel, what she feels, VAK of mine and VAK of hers, because it's actually very
In our mind.
in our mind, it's very fresh. So based on that, I did for myself, which was very easy. When I did for her in my mind, then I realized certain points.
Yeah.
In conversational Ho'oponopono, when you say because and you think about it, you get some points which
Correct.
I have never thought about it.
Beautiful.
Then
So
I
now,
got to know
How do
reason.
you feel about her now?
I feel the things where she was coming where she was correct, but yeah, sometimes it's different. Two different people thinking different way.
So
One
the
road
feeling you're calling here is understanding now.
understanding.
You
Yeah.
seem to understand her now.
Yes.
So would you like to say that to her?
Yeah.
When?
I understand you now.
And what do
No.
you understand? Tell her, what do you understand?
I understand from where you're coming from when you say you do this way, do this coaching this way. I understand your concerns. I understand from where it is coming from. Earlier, I didn't understand. Earlier, I felt, let me be how I am. I'll learn it on my own. You want me to not learn by doing mistakes, but learn from the mistakes which are done by others and get it. Yes,
Okay. And
that
now
was the
when you understand more where she's coming from or what she had in her mind, how do you feel about her? Not about the conversation anymore. But how do you visualize yourself with her? How do you visualize her in your mind with you? How do you
now
feel
I
about her?
now I feel much better. I feel the feeling
Much-
of earlier was
Much better is not a feeling. Give me the feeling words.
now I feel more loved. Now I feel more love from her. That is coming from concern from her.
Good. So don't tell me.
With-
Tell her she's here.
So I understand that was a concern of yours. Earlier I could not understand.
Understanding ho gaya. I'm talking about the love part.
So I understand the love towards me, the concern and the love towards me, which was
Is
coming
there a
from
is there
you.
a hammer you have to kind of hit him on the head with something? You need to communicate what you told me, that you feel more love for her. Say that to her.
So I feel more love towards you, feel more respect and love towards you.
Ah. See, that's what you wanted to hear. You saw her eyes.
I wanted to
went up and
hear respect.
I know.
I wanted to hear respect. वो love को चलो ठीक है देखेंगे.
Look in her eyes and say it again. Say, I love you and I respect you.
I love you and I respect you.
You see how her eyes go down when you say that? That's called a woman melting when you really give her what she truly wants. Okay, awesome. All of you on mute, give them a high five. Congratulations for being magical healers.
Congratulations for being
Magical.
By the way, how many of you realizing that we don't have the training to express love? We have the training to express hate. We have the training to express disappointment. We have and what I really mean by training is, you know how to cry in front of others, don't you? Yes or no? You know how to be angry, don't you? But when I told him to express love, he's like, he's telling me how he's feeling about her, but he's not looking at her and saying that. Because we don't have the training. What I was doing with him was I was training him, look in her eyes and say it. How many of you think you need to practice this tonight? Okay, please promise me, type in the chat window, I promise that you're going to practice expressing love. Express love to people in your family tonight, whether it's your parents, whether it's your children, whether it's your life partner. One of the practices that you've observed I do in DMP, every time we close DMP is what? We always close all sessions by saying what? Unmute and tell me.
I love you all.
I love you.
I love you all. I love you all.
We always end by saying thank you, I love you. Tonight, I want you to make sure that you say I love you to every member of your family, but especially when it comes to your life partner, be present. What I mean by being present is like really look in their eyes. That's the training you need. How many of you promised tonight? And is I forgot her name. Is she the only one who's going for a date? Or are some more of you going for a date tonight? Sushmita, right? Sushmita. Anybody else going for a date tonight? Yeah, just make sure you go with your own partner. Don't go with somebody else's partner, okay? Saying, okay, no, mine was busy, so I went with somebody else. ऐसा कुछ मत कर लेना, okay? But
Bindu and
find
Mitesh
that-
also.
वो तो मेरा तो goes without saying. Every time I close the workshop on Saturday, everybody knows मेरे पास एक ही बहाना है. I'm going because I have to take my wife out for a date. Everybody, they know that by now. Type in I, guys, if you've heard me saying that like 100 times earlier, right? All right. So with that, we complete this particular session here tonight. I want you to please practice this tonight. This is a little complex exercise, but it's a very easy exercise once you get it. I'll repeat. What do I feel? Write it down. What do I feel they feel about me? See, this is what I feel they feel about me. What do I see in my head how they look. So two people are talking to each other. You are visualizing both people in your head. Who are those two people? You and that person. Correct? So how do they look in your mind? And how do you look in your mind? Talking to that person. Voice, tone, words, write it down, and now do the healing part. Now, when you're doing the healing, is it okay to do a combination of healing, whether it is EFT, whether it is, let's say, doing hope, nope, no, conversational hope, nope, no. Is it okay to do any one of those combinations? Raise your hands. Yeah. The idea is to heal it and then practice those new feelings. That's the training you need to express yourself. And you'll be surprised that you don't need other people to solve your conflicts. Many times, you can just solve it in your own head. I remember many years ago, my coach told me, if you can be upset with your partner and dissolve that upset within your head without ever needing the need for talking it out with your partner, now you've become an expert healer, where you've healed yourself without even needing the contribution from that person, because you got upset on your own and you healed it on your own and it was done. You don't even need to talk to the other person about it. Most people can't do this. Most people say, I need to talk to you, otherwise I won't be able to heal it. How many of you get this? But you've got to be able to heal it here first. The day you can do it for yourself, you can start doing it for whom? Then it's easy to do it on anybody, right? Awesome. So with that, we complete DMP here tonight. Tonight's 5 o'clock, the DMP is on automation. Since we are completing Hope Nope No on time, if some of you would like to practice DMP, can you quickly send me the DMP link? I'll give it to them. In case some of you want to still attend DMP, I'll give you the link in the chat window. It will be an auto recording pilot because of the session that was going on now. And as you know, after this, I leave for my date. Hint to aa gaya tha wahan se in the middle of the workshop. To ab to jana hi padega. So when I'm going out, please feel free to practice DMP. But when you practice DMP, once again, attend as if you're live. Dancing, affirmations, reading, subconscious programming, as if everything you are here right now. So before I leave and I give you that DMP link, all of you unmute and tell me, how are you feeling so far? How was your day one?
Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
How many of you are confident that you will be able to heal others also? Awesome. Tomorrow, I promise you, you're going to learn not only how to heal other people, but you're going to basically learn how to market yourself. We'll start tomorrow morning with a beautiful exercise of NLP. Then we'll learn remote healing experience. After that, we are going to love a beautiful healing technique called Love Ponopono. Again, this is one of my inventions where I realized that Hope Nope No is only healing, but after healing, we have to elevate also. So to upgrade the frequency, I created Love Ponopono. Ask the senior students. Love Ponopono is so powerful, it's mind-blowing. Tomorrow you will learn that. And then after that, sometime before lunch, I will also invite you for Platinum. I will also invite you to become a life coach. How many of you want to become either a life coach or you want to be part of Platinum and you want to achieve 10 years of success in 1 year? Raise your hands. Come ready tomorrow, mentally ready to join. Come with a minimum amount of 15,000 rupees ready to deposit. The balance fees can be paid within 7 days. There will be a special price tomorrow again. And Monday evening, we are finally, after a long period of time, increasing Platinum fees. So please make sure that you're coming mentally prepared tomorrow. After that, post-lunch, the whole day is going to be about learning how to market yourself. I'll give you the ready-made webinar. You will practice the ready-made webinar. And tomorrow, before you leave in the evening, you will launch your first Hope Nope No batch. How many of you are ready to launch your first Hope Nope No batch? Okay. I will give you the message of how to launch. I will also give you the message of whom to invite. Even that I will show you whom to invite, where to invite. The message of inviting with the message is also given by me. You just have to copy, paste and invite people. Okay. So everything is ready made. You simply have to take action with me. Question is, tomorrow also, can you tolerate being with me till evening, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock again? Raise your hands if you can be with me tomorrow again. All right, super. So thank you so much for this privilege one more time. I look forward to meeting you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock sharp. I look forward to having you as my partner. Before I go, giving you the DMP Zoom link also in the chat window. And here we are. All you can do is just click on this link. it will automatically ask you to end this particular current Zoom meeting. It will log you into the DMP Zoom link. All of you on mute. Say good night. Good evening. And I love you all.
Bye, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening,
everybody.
Remember,
Bye. Good night.
Love you all.
Bye.
I love you. See you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. I
Bye.
love you all. See you tomorrow.